All right, Elijah.
Hey, how are you?
Welcome back.
I'm back.
You're still alive.
Surprisingly.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of things going on. I hear your name mentioned a lot down here since you've arrived. You showed up.
Yeah.
And got in hot water right from the get-go, even before the video.
Right. Yeah. Even before the video.
Yeah, because you owed a lot of money to a lot of people.
Yeah. I started out here on a really rough edge, getting fronts right from the get-go, not having the money to pay for it, and it wasn't to play people. Initially, I had the understanding I was going to have the funds to cover it, and then I ended up not having the money to cover it.
You told me you were going to get your
the stimulus money,
exactly.
Which ended up going into my ex's account. And then when she got my money, she said, "You're not getting it. I'm keeping it."
And that got you in trouble.
Yeah, I called the IRS and they said take her to small claims court. Couldn't do that. Got legal problems back in Nashville. So couldn't have anything to do with courts and law enforcement because they would.
What kind of stuff happened because you owed these guys money?
So they initially the first guy that I owed money to put a hit out on me.
Right.
Actually a hit meaning he put out word that he would pay somebody to kill me.
Was that the one in the tent or the one on the street?
That was the one down here in the tent, and I was shot at. And then another guy that was part of that hit later. That was late at night, early in the morning, still dark, following being shot at that night.
And you escaped.
Yeah, I escaped barely. Only because I jumped into a crowd of people and they couldn't spot and just shoot into a crowd. But a guy rode down the street with a gun hanging out and trying to get a good aim at me to shoot me. And I ran up into the refresh center. And there was a crowd of people standing out there waiting for the refresh center to open. And
they shoot at you?
Huh?
They shoot at you?
Not that time, no, because there was a crowd of people around. And they couldn't get a clear shot at me. But yeah, I've almost ended up dead now twice.
I've paid for your bus fare.
You did
twice out of town, and
yes, you did.
And you're still here.
Well, no, I didn't leave the first time. I did leave this second time, and I'm back now. Only to tie up a couple loose ends, and then I've already got my bus ticket paid for back to Nashville to get the hell out of California. Yeah. And just tie up my legal problems and just do the time and be done with all this mess. This has been a ride. And I tell you what, if you have any kind of drug problem, California, LA is not the place to go. It is if you want to do drugs because it's on every single street, every 10 foot. And it's cheap, real cheap. And everybody has it. And as long as you start off spending good money, there's everybody wanting to front you. And then that's going to cause a lot of people to want to kill you if you don't pay them back.
That's kind of where you ended up.
Yeah. So
you're going to turn yourself in, you told me?
I'm turning myself in. Yeah. I'm getting my life back in order. I can't do this homeless life. I can't do the drug life. I can't do people wanting to kill me life. I plan on going back to Nashville, getting my legal problems taken care of, and from there I'm moving out of state, relocating to an undisclosed area. Can't put that out. Starting my life over. I have 3 teenage daughters, whom I've done a really good job with, and they're depending on me. And God forbid they ever knew any part of this part of my life.
No, you don't want your family
because
involved
it would be nightmarish. They don't know any bit about this part of Dad's life, and nor does most of my family and friends. I can't. This has been so bizarre.
How does it feel to go through your life, walking the street without a place to hide?
Oh my God, yeah.
And you're fearing for your life.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's been many times I've been running and just running, and I'm tired of looking over my shoulder. I mean, literally, 1 in 2 people have a gun here, and everybody's selling drugs, but 1 in 2 people have guns here, and Tupac didn't lie. To live and die in LA, they will kill you.
Yeah, if you have enemies here, you're going to get in hot water very quickly.
And it doesn't matter if you want to pay them back. Once you try to rectify the situation after you've come up with the money to pay them back, now it becomes principle. Now you're going to be made an example out of. It's fuck the money. Now you're going to be made an example out of because now you made me look like a chump. They feel these guys feel that I played them, and that was not at all the intention. And I clearly got off on the wrong foot. And this is just not the place to be. If you got.
So you still owe these guys money, but you're here.
Yeah.
But
I'm leaving.
But when you walked up to me,
I'm leaving before dark.
Yeah, but when you walked up to me today, you had the COVID mask, you had the hat, you had sunglasses.
Oh yeah, a completely different appearance.
I had no idea.
I cleaned up. Yeah, you didn't even recognize me. No. Right? Yeah, no, nobody did.
So
nobody
no one's going to see you.
Right. I leave here. I'm heading straight up to the Greyhound bus station, and ain't nobody going to be stupid enough to run up into the bus station, shoot. Maybe they are. I'm sure there are crazy ones out there enough that would do that.
Yeah, but the core of all this problem, all these headaches you've had is the drugs, right?
Yeah, the drugs.
If you weren't using drugs, none of this would happen.
Drugs and money problems.
Yeah, with the money problems, they came from the drugs, right?
Yeah, drugs.
You're buying drugs from guys that will kill you if you don't pay them back.
Yeah.
So it wasn't the informant history that you have; it was the money you owed.
Oh yeah, no, I never even heard anyone speak of that about the confidential.
The world watches my channel, but down here in Skid Row, I don't think anybody watches my channel.
No, there are people. It's just I've during the last 2 weeks that I was here, I changed my name 3 times to everybody I was meeting. First it was Elijah, then it was Joshua, then it was Josh, then it was Robbie, then it was Ron, then it was Rob. And so there's probably about 300 different people out there that know me by different names. It is a mystery.
Everyone's hiding from something here down here.
Yeah.
So if you're going home to Nashville.
Going home to Nashville.
You'll have family there.
I have family there.
But how much time do you think you'll be doing?
A couple of years, maybe.
A couple of years?
Maybe a year. I can consolidate the time because it was actually not even, I don't know. Probably Tennessee has game time, so you get 2 for 1, and if you get a job, then you get even more time knocked off.
And what would the time be for?
Violation probations.
Oh, I see.
I was on probation in 2 counties for misdemeanor violations. It's legal to smoke weed in California. I was on probation for weed in Tennessee, in 1 county, and then driving on a suspended license in another county. I just ended up doing 1.5 years of probation for driving on a suspended, actually almost right close to 2 years of probation, a whole extra year of probation for driving on a suspended. The whole extra year was simply because they kept me on probation for an extra year, trying to get me to pay off my fines and court costs. And I just didn't have the money because I was doing drugs, so I fell behind.
You've been playing around with drugs for how long?
Huh?
You've been playing around with drugs for how long?
About 2.5, 3 years. 3 years, 4 years.
So you're fairly new at this.
Fairly new at this, yeah. I didn't do drugs most of my life. I raised my kids. I had my family life. I smoked weed growing up. And then I didn't even do that all throughout my late teens and early, I didn't do anything at all in my 20s other than drink a little bit. And then I started smoking marijuana again when I was like 33 years old. That was the first time I started doing drugs again since I was a teenager. I'm 39 now. I didn't start doing drugs, hard drugs, until me and my ex got together, which is when we ended up breaking up, and that's how I became homeless. And all this mess just really went out of control after I became homeless. First time homeless ever. And I hate it. I can't live like this.
Yeah. I mean, what's the lesson you've learned from all this?
Unless you're street, you ain't street. Unless you're hood, you ain't hood. Don't try to live this life if you ain't got it in you, because It will.
It'll beat you down eventually.
Man, it beats you down. I sat there and I ran from Tennessee thinking, oh yeah, this is gonna, I'm just gonna, run for the rest of my life over petty fucking misdemeanor probation, violations, and it's like it's so petty, and I've went through hell, and it's only been since I left Tennessee in March 8th, got here March 10th, and it hasn't even, it's barely been a month.
Barely a month.
And fuck this. Oh my God, fucking nightmare. I'll gladly go do I'll probably end up doing 7 or 8 months in the county. I did 5 years in the state penitentiary.
And then you'll be clean.
Yeah, I'll be clean.
And hopefully you stay clean.
And yeah, I stick to marijuana after this because yeah, I mean.
Go home, straighten your
Get my life
record
back
up,
in order.
Get back to your kids.
Yeah, I mean, I've been this is the longest I've been single. I thrive in relationships. I like working a 9-to-5 job, construction, making money legitimately instead of hustling. And man, I'm so tired of hustling money and lying to people, trying to. Fuck this. I'm not built for this. I don't know. I see people out here, man. They are good at that. They're good at this life, and I don't want it. I'm not good at it. I had a whole different scene in mind when I left Tennessee to come to California, and this was not at all it.
No, it's a horrible way to live.
Man, this sucks.
And maybe I'll come visit you in a year or two.
Yeah,
when your life is straight and clean. That'd be an
yeah.
interesting video. I bet you.
Hopefully I'm married, remarried by then, and starting a new life, new job, and finish my college degree and in computer programming, and get my life back, and pick up where I fucked up and left off.
Yeah, love to see that.
I will.
All right, Elijah. Thanks you so much, man.
Thanks, man.
Good luck.
Ask me, what the hell are you still doing here? Okay.
Yeah, this will be interesting.
Yeah.
You're the last person I expected to see.
Right.
All right, Elijah.
Hey.
You're back again.
I'm back again.
This is, I think, the third time I've given you money to get out of town.
Yeah.
And yet you're still here.
Yeah.
People are shooting at you.
Yeah, shooting at me, and chaos consumes me. I hate it here, but I love it here. It just sucks you in here, and I can't seem to leave.
Why not? Is it the crack is available everywhere?
No, it's you know what I mean. The drugs is cool. It's readily available, but it's I don't know. Like in part, I have a choice to be here, and I think that's what separates me from a lot of these other people here. Is a lot of the homeless population here doesn't have a choice to be here. They've made this home and they've made this their life. I have options, but I choose to stay here. I think one, because my legal problems still, I don't know if I'm just not ready to face that. But that's not even really why I'm staying. I just, every fucking day is exciting. It's crazy, it's unpredictable, it's frightening, it's exciting, it's
yeah, people get addicted to this life.
Yeah, but I mean I'm not gonna get addicted to the way of life in terms of like, homeless and staying here in the drugs and the fact I can't meet a woman. They're not much of a selection there. I'm not trying to.
I understand.
Yeah. So at any rate, I'm still here.
But it's dangerous for you.
It is dangerous for me because there are people that want to kill me.
Because you didn't pay off their debts.
I didn't pay off some debts.
Yeah.
And no matter what that looks like, no matter how that occurred, it is the end result is it's my fault.
So it makes you look crazy.
It makes me look really stupid.
People are going to say,
and it makes me look even stupider for staying. And it's kind of like cat and mouse. And I'm not trying to run from them, but I'm also not trying to be seen by them. I know like what area of town not to go in. I know what areas to avoid. And like I'll be walking with some people I've met, and then they'll go towards that certain side of town. They'll like, let's turn down this road. Let's fucking not. Let's turn the fuck around. And they're, what? Why? Why do you? No, just don't. No, I don't want to explain. Let's just not. You know. And I'm constantly giving explanations if I don't want to explain. And
but what do you think keeps you here, where it's dangerous for you?
you know, it's the unpredictability. It's.
Are you self-destructive? Is it
You know what? I think in part, I think I can. It maybe be an excuse, so to speak, but I think I in part blame it on my bipolar. And we don't make rational decisions as people with bipolar disorder. I have a list of mental health diagnoses. That's the leading one, along with a number of others. And I think with that, I don't make rational decisions. And I know I'm like cognitive of the fact that I'm not making very good decisions right now, but I can't steer away from it. Like I just
you even left town at one point, but came back.
I left town. I went to San Diego, and at that point I left because at that point I had been shot at, and actually a bullet went through my tent, and I was feet away from it. So I have been shot at. And then another time, a guy was riding up the road that I had my tent on, and he was on a bicycle, and he had, I seen his arm go around his back, and I seen his arm come around, and he had a gun, and he went to raise it, and I took off to the Refresh Center. It was early in the morning, people were just starting to gather, and I jumped in the crowd, which was completely fucking like shitty of me, because I jeopardized a number of other people's lives in the event that this crazy ass wanted to shoot into the crowd to try to get me. So I jeopardized a lot of people, and if you're watching this and you knew about it, I'm sorry. First mentality, the first thought that comes to mind when somebody's running after you with a gun is fucking run and try to hide or blend, and I jeopardized other people's lives. I'm so sorry. And I'm
You can run. I've seen you run. You run fast.
I did. I ran. I'm always running. It makes no fucking sense for me to stay here. What am I doing? I don't know. But I'm here, and I can't leave. I can leave, but I don't want to leave. I want to leave, but I'm not leaving. I don't know. It's crazy.
Yes, it is.
I make no sense. People shouldn't do what I'm doing because it's just not smart. And we all know what the end result's going to be if I keep playing this game. Eventually, the big bad wolf's going to catch up with me. Karma's a bitch, right? And I'm not trying to provide my family with that end result. And I got my mother, who has been worried sick about me. I haven't been able to contact for 2 months, and for a month and a half, she finally just got a hold of me a couple of days ago. My phone was stolen 4 weeks, 4 weeks ago in the subway, so I have no connection to the outside world. And you'd think that it would be relatively simple to ask anyone, when there's a million phones on the street, can I use your phone for a minute? Nobody wants to let you use their phone. No, and if you ask to use their phone, that's like saying, I fucked your mother. They want to beat your ass because you asked to use their phone. It's like, do you fucking know me? Like, you think I'm gonna let you use it's crazy. People are mean here. Like, there's some good people and there's a lot of really mean people. And everybody wants to fight. Like, people are out of their fucking mind here. And I don't know, like, I wish I had a psychology major. I'd love to fucking understand the psychology behind the craziness here, because everything is so crazy here.
I think it's rubbed off on you.
Has it?
You're still.
I'm not trying to be crazy. I think it's turning me crazy. This is a culture shock. Like there's nothing like this on the East Coast. Let me give you some money. I'm going to take you to the bus station. I'm going to give you money. I'm going to get you a ticket rather than giving you money for a ticket, and get your ass out of here. Would you get on that bus? Probably not.
Probably not.
Not yet.
All right, we'll figure it out.
I need a little more excitement first. But yeah, this is. I mean, if you're from the East Coast, I don't know. If you're from any city that doesn't have skid rows, tent cities, shit like this, this is bizarre. This California, man. Wow.
It's crazy here.
This is There's nothing compared to in the whole fucking world. I've been everywhere. This is crazy. I can't compare it to nothing. This is unlike anything I've ever seen in my life. I'm seeing women running around, women running around in the streets naked. Cops are driving by. They're not stopping. They're not bothering them. They're not saying, hey, go get some fucking clothes on. Hey, you're under fucking arrest. Hey, you can't be fucking naked in the street. They drive by. There's some chicks, fucking man walking down the road, butt ass naked. This is normal shit here. Mm-hmm. What? Like this? No, it's bizarre. It don't make no sense. And then it's like every fucking where people are doing drugs in corners everywhere. The cops are driving by. They see it. I know they see it. They have to see it. Their drug deals going around in front. Everything. This is total fucking anarchy. There is no police control. You're allowed to do anything you want. You could literally. How do I say it appropriately? Without being part of crazy California. You can do anything in the street. Now, I mean, no limits. Anything in the street. Anything. In front of a cop, I would say except murder, possibly, and you will get away with it. You're not going to bother you. This is the craziest life I've ever seen in my life. I think that's why I can't leave. I'm just every fucking day, every moment of the day, everything I see, every moment of every day is just so bizarre. I'm just beyond fascinated. I can't believe that all this, there's no fucking limits. And I'm just fascinated.
You're hooked.
To an extent, yeah. It's not going to be the end result. It can't be. Okay. I have to escape it eventually, but it's so, it's like a kid being homeschooled, their whole life being sheltered by their parents, and then being thrown into the city, New York City, being raised in a little country bump town in a homeschool, never leaving the house till you're 18, never meeting a woman, never meeting an African American, never meeting whatever, and then going and being thrown into New York City or fucking California, and then you're being exposed to all this. It's so bizarre. It's addicting. It's like it's almost like you can't get enough, but then it's like it's too much, and I'm lost for words. It's just amazing, crazy.
I hope you figure out a way out, man.
Yeah, please pray for me. Pray for me, and please pray that I don't get killed, and please pray I survive this. And if you're watching this, don't come here. If you're fascinated by the bizarre shit, come, but get out of here quick. Don't stay here.
All right, Elijah. Thank you so much.
Hey.